Okay, here's the box. Stormlight miniatures have finally come. I have waited just under a year, just over a year, not sure how long, for this box to finally get here. The shipping delays over the holidays did not help my anxiety about this. My friend, he got his box a month ago, and I just barely got mine today, and I'm making it on the same day I got the box. I'm very excited. Also kind of nervous. I'm kind of shaking right now. I've got a camera set up over here. See this? So I'm getting fancy. I have 2 cameras now. So pretty cool stuff. For those of you who have yet to receive your miniatures, I feel your pain. I've waited a long time. Hopefully we all get them very soon and get to all enjoy them together. So here we go. Making sure I don't cut any important things. Watch this be the wrong box. We'll see. Oh boy. All right. Woo. Okay. Wow. Okay. What do we start with? Let's start with small stuff. Set of 4 art prints. Great. Bridge 4 display stand. Pretty cool. We'll do close-ups later. Nail. I have no idea how to say her name. And Zelion. Pretty cool. All right. One all the way down here. We got a miniature Shardbearer. Great. This is awesome. Okay, then we have, yes, probably what I'm most excited about is the Army Builders pack. We've got some Alethi, it's Parshendi. 6-pack, which is great. I only got one. One of these days I'll get a 3D printer. Oh yes, there we go. Official paint set. Always good to get more paints, and it seemed like a really good deal, so I picked these up. And I plan to use these in painting tutorials to help those of you who only have these paints to understand how to use the paints that you have. All right. Okay, these are much smaller than I thought they would be. But that's okay, because they're probably the same size as my miniatures that I have right now. Very cool. So that's Oathbringer. And that Chasmfiend is massive. The Way of Kings collection. All right, Words of Radiance. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we actually have these. They finally came, everyone. This is a dream come true. And, oh yes, very excited about this one. Rhythm of War. I am currently rereading that one, or re-listening to that one. Very good book. And then, of course, the Chasmfiend. Yes. All right, now let's jump over to a close-up. All right, here's the Chasmfiend. So I'm excited to see how this one compares to my own Chasmfiend that I made from scratch. Oh wow, this is a heavy piece of plastic or resin, whatever they call it. Wow, look at that. Fills up my palm. That is a gorgeous model. Beautiful. You can kind of see right here and right here where they glued the different pieces together. It's not that noticeable, actually, I think. Beautiful. Let's start in the order of the books. Okay, so this is the Way of Kings collection. Here they are. Let's get them out of their cocoons here. Look at them one at a time. Wow, these are solid pieces here. This is great. Our protagonist, Kaladin, wearing some carapace armor. Gorgeous. We've got the Lopen. There we go. Is it Seth? Seth? Not sure what his name is, how to pronounce it. I just read the words. The Assassin in White. You've got Eshonai. Eshonai. Got a nice cape there. Love the cape. You got Dalinar, the Blackthorn, with his Oathbringer sword. Gorgeous. I really like the momentum in this sculpt. Very cool. Alright, and then Shallan. Good old Shallan. With her little satchel and pattern. How nice. And then Silverina. Very cool, translucent here. I've seen some cool things on Discord that people are painting to try and give her some more substance. I mean, I think she looks great the way she is right now, but we'll see. Next up is Words of Radiance. Probably my favorite book in the series so far. I've read it 3 times, just same with Way of Kings. Just some great epic scenes in this one to go along with the epic characters. Oops. Alright, I guess you can kind of fling them around, they don't really break. Well, I still won't let my toddlers at these, but it's good to know they're a little bit solid and can take some pressure. Because on the tabletop, when you game with these, you might drop them, you might round. When you're painting especially, I drop my minis all the time. Okay, we got rock. Giving you some stew. Some Bridge 4 stew. Good stuff. Wonder what it actually tastes like. Kaladin in his Cobalt Guard regalia. Did he join the Cobalt Guard? Or is he just the King's Guard? In the comments, let me know. I forget if Kaladin was in the Cobalt Guard or not. We got Veil. Very billowy cape. Classic Veil. Good old Wit. Some otherwise known as Hoyd. He has appeared in so many books, it's great. He's a very slender man. Look how slender he is. Oh, yes. Adolin, however you want to pronounce that. Beautiful sculpt. Love to see it. Man, I would have loved this model when I played my Alethi during a Warhammer tournament. This would have been sweet. Taravangian, the sweetest old man you ever did see. Yes, how cute. The painting him orange will be really fun. Oh, look at that. See, crossing his fingers in the back. Yes, he is. He is crossing his fingers. Look how cute that is. Don't trust anything Taravangian tells you. And then pattern. I've seen a lot of people starting with pattern as their first one to paint. Seems pretty good. Although I think he'd do really well with some dry brushing because of all the angular points. Or just maybe some highlighting. Pretty cool. We finally leave the Shattered Plains behind. Shattered Plains is a great place to have a novel and to have a battle. Alright, Assassin in White, but now he has a big sword. It's going to be interesting painting that blackness. What is the sword's name? Anyone remember? Looking at the detail of these guys. Looks like we do, okay, I should have been looking for this before, but if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see this, right here and all the way around here, these are what we call mold lines. It comes just the way the resin is cast, or this is resin. The resin is cast, this is where the things come together, from what I understand. And so, usually what you can do is just kind of carve it away. Potentially. Should probably do this while I'm sitting down. Anyway, so if you see any pieces on your model that don't look like they're belonging, paint will not cover this up. It will show through even more. It's kind of these flaws in the model. And so you want to take care of the flaws before you paint or prime even. Renarin, holding on to Gliss. That'd be interesting painting Gliss. Looking at the scenery here right now. Shattered stained glass window, very cool. So yeah, you see this? Kind of see some ridges right here. We're gonna want to take those off before we prime it. Okay. All right, one of my least favorite characters, but I guess she's all right. Lift. I know a lot of people like Lift. She's great. She does great. Lift and Windle. You know, looking at these, I really wish they had done heroic scale. Heroic scale just means like bigger heads and bigger hands, bigger weapons, just to show off the detail. Because there's a lot of detail that's missing, even bigger feet. Like, you can't even see her feet. I guess she's a, what, 9-year-old girl. So maybe I should look at a bigger model. Okay, Leshwi, or one of the heavenly ones. Very nice. Look at those billowing robes. Wow. Awesome model. Got our lance here. All right, so see that? It's kind of bendy. So you don't want to get too carried away with these models that are out there like that. Okay, Yasna, whatever her name is. Looking fly as ever. The bondsmith. Yeah, see this right here, this tag? You want to get rid of those tags. And then especially on the capes, that is where you can definitely see the mold lines. Mold lines on the model. All right, there's a very thin spear. Why is this spear so thin? On R'Larn? Yeah, don't get fancy with this spear, it will fall right off. Cool Parshendi in an Alethi uniform. Next up we have Rhythm of War. I'm currently re-listening to this right now. It's a great book. After reading some of the, especially Sunlit Man, some of the other secret projects, and other books for that matter, in the Cosmere, this book actually makes more sense. The second read is better on Rhythm of War. Okay, oh, this has my favorite model in it. This is, okay, so here's Teft, good old Teft. Say the words, man. Say the words. Moash or Vyre. Yes, this guy would make an excellent villain. Okay, now looking at the sides of his pants, I think that's intentional. That ridge right there. Oof, I think that's part of the model. But on the boot, there's some that we can take off. All right, you got Maya. Adolin and Maya fighting it out in this book was awesome. Actually, let me see. She's supposed to be made of vines, her face and her arms. She doesn't look like she is made of vines, unfortunately. I think she's just too, the size is just too small. If they had gone a little bit bigger, just a slightly bigger scale, I think we could have got a lot better detail. Yasna. Wait a minute. That's not Yasna. This is Navani. Navani. the Queen. There we go, doing some Fabrial action. She'd make a good sorceress proxy model in my Warhammer army. Sorcerizing. All right, here is Venli. Good old Venli. Is that staff attached? All right, the staff is glued into the rock. Great. Here we go. Look at that. Great sword. That is a beautiful sword. Taking on some thugs in Shadesmar. Way to go, Adolin. You're my hero. All right, my most anticipated model is Kaladin in Shardplate. And I have to say, I am pretty disappointed in just the bulkiness of this model. The way it was advertised, if I could see it here. If you look there, I feel like, especially his torso and his palindromes, his arms, they look just a lot bigger in the picture. And here he looks just dinky. That's the only word I have for it. Just looks dinky. And I don't think a Shardbearer should be dinky. If I compare him to, let's say, Dalinar, like Dalinar I feel like is bulky enough. That might be because his plate is flying through the air. But, I don't know. Maybe that's because Kaladin's a windrunner and his plate is more sleek. But even versus Adolin, like I just wanted more from him. So, potentially, we might add some more green stuff on him to bulk him up. Because I really want this model to be like the centerpiece of my army. I just love, the pose of this is fantastic. This is amazing. I plan to I have some big ideas for him. Kind of clip these cloud things off and put them on a bigger base. But, and even the detail on the face, like, I hope I can get some glow effect going in here, but it's gonna be tricky with how small this is. So, we'll see. The Army Builder Pack. Yes. Some soldiers for the war effort. That's what we need. More soldiers. Alright, Alethi. Okay. I love the glyphs here. Very cool. Again, I think the way they were advertised, they look much bulkier. So we got two different poses going on here. Defend the realm. Defend the bridge. And Alethi Archer. I would love to see more crossbows from Brandon Sanderson, especially with the Alethi. I don't know if he's going to get into black powder in the next book or the next era, but it'll be cool to see. Parshendi. Alright, that bow is kind of not symmetrical. Still awesome though. It will be interesting to see if I can get gemstones in their beards. But yeah, if we look at a size comparison, a Parshendi in war form is supposed to be bigger than a Alethi. They are about the same size. The Parshendi's a little bit bigger. Okay, I'll give them that. I mean, check that out. Get an axe to the head like that, that Alethi's dead. 1-to-1 combat, Parshendi wins. Alright. Generic Shardbearer. Alright, see that? It's already bent. So, I've heard people say you can warm it up in warm water and move it around, because that's a pretty bad bend. I wonder if I could take whatever they're called, the shoulder pads from this guy and put them on Kaladin. Won't that be better? Like, this guy's huge compared to Kaladin. Right. Zelion. I had a thought actually to make Zelion into Amaram at the end of what is it? Words of Radiance? No. Oathbringer. I think Zelion could make, because I am really not attached to Sigil, whatever his name is. I didn't really care for the book, Secret Project that he was in. I think this could make a really good Amaram. Corrupted Amaram. Alright, then we got one of our favorite interlude persons. She got her own book. Risen? Pretty cool little Fabrial wheelchair lift thingy. Then we've got Nail. How kind. Alright, so, and this is, yeah, I was wondering this. In the box art, you can see through his sword. You cannot see through his sword in the real product. Is there any birthmark on him? No, we might have to add it ourselves. And if you can see here, his arm is a little bit glued on wrong. There's a little gap right there. Not too noticeable though. I might just leave it. Alright, for those interested, let's go into the extra products. Nice. Dragon Steel, look at that. Dragon Steel. Do they all say that? They do. Dragon Steel and Brotherwise Games. Oh, they even have the head spots. Okay. Interesting. Let's get some of my guys. They said there were 4 across, right? Yeah. You fit 4 guys across here. Cool. We'll open this later when we start painting, but suffice it to say, we have some unique Brotherwise Games Dragon Steel paints here. Pretty cool. Alright, I totally forgot what these were about. Okay, we got the 9 swords, the beginning of Way of Kings. Looks like Oathbringer's right there. Okay, pretty sweet. Kaladin versus the Assassin in White. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, this one. The Spren at the gate. And then our boy Hoyd. Look, there's a dragon. Did you marry a dragon? Or is he a dragon? You Cosmere people, tell me. Well, I really like this one. I might have to hang this one up. So that's unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, I was very excited to get these, very nervous. Overall, I'm really pleased with the quality of the miniatures. I really wish they would have made them slightly bigger scale. They are just a little bit too small for my liking, because they just lost some detail, some very good detail that I feel like was in the pictures that they sent out, and just the art. The original sculpts, I think, had much more detail than what we were given. But overall, great product, and I'm very excited to start painting some of these and to see them on the tabletop, smashing up some orcs or some chaos filth. It's going to be great. All right, thanks for watching.